Hi and welcome back, my brothers and sisters. Um, I don't know why I do this video actually. I just want to talk with you guys, send some good vibration out there. I start with a little bit bad news. I heard that yesterday a couple of Russian military airplane got shut down in Syria, and we think that they was get shut down by American missiles, and it was some explosion in Afghanistan, and I think we have some American casualties there, and like I said, when in this time when we see so much bad happening in the world, is telling me that the bad forces, the bad guys are desperate now because they know that they have not so much time left, and they desperately try to pull up something here. They lock us in our homes and try to make a war or find another way to hold us back, hold us love that are growing back. But they cannot do that, guys. So don't worry, and just be kind to yourself, be happy, be kind to others. I'm not saying that let people use you is not fair to yourself, and God don't like when His people are being used. And if you seek, He will put some like-minded people in your life. And like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna say really, but I just want to talk. I don't want to talk about news so much because everybody know that is wars and rumors of wars is like this, like we read in all scriptures, is nations against nations. It's pestilence. It's something big is going down. That I think that's why the world elites are desperate now and try to stop that. But don't worry, nobody can stop that. Nobody can stop the will of God. And even when evil come up with different thing, the universe, the God, He use it also for good stuff, you know. For example, internet, Facebook, that thing they use it to, they think they give it to us to watch over us, the bad people, the bad guys, they give it to us to control us. But look what happened. More believers, more good people find each other also from thanks to this. So don't worry, you know, every time evil come up with something, the angels would command of God use it too to do a good thing, you know. And I heard from my sources that something is pulling the gravity of Earth now. We're gonna see more earthquakes. We're gonna see more volcanic activities, and we're gonna see more stuff from Mother Earth. And like I said, don't worry. We don't need no bomb shelters or anything like this, you know. We just need God and our belief. I mean, if you're a real believer, you can walk through fire and nothing will happen to you, you know. So you don't need no shelter. Don't worry. And but it's important because you cannot fool this thing. You cannot think that you can live you cannot do some bad stuff and after every Sunday go to church or every Friday go to mosque and beg God of forgiveness and give some money to the poor and it's okay. It's not okay. It's not working like this. Those people who tell you it works like this, they are lying to you. They want to confuse you because you cannot be the both, you know. You're a good person or bad person. You cannot be both, and you cannot bargain with God. You cannot pay God. You cannot pay your ways to heaven, you know. And this whole fight between good and evil is multidimensional. It's very, very old, and but the governments, the shadow governments, that they want us, they know that, but they don't want to tell the truth, because then many people will understand the whole and see the whole picture, you know. And so they confuse us with language, with nation borders, with religion. I mean, I know that God wants everybody, every human being, to do their own research and don't listen to nobody who's standing there and telling you what's right and what's wrong and how you should be living. You have the obligation for yourself to seek that and find that the right path for yourself. And like I said, sometimes some people, they believe in one another religion, and they think that other people who doesn't think like them are going to burn forever in fire. And God doesn't work like that, you know, because we are all God's creation, and we are all connected to God, and nobody's going to lose their soul and burn forever, because that's not how love works, you know. So but like I say, they scare us with this stuff. They're telling us, you know, for example, if you some type of Muslims, they think that they can kill Christians and it's okay. It's not okay, and they will pay for that later on in other dimensions. Some Christians, maybe they think that Muslim or other guys will burn in hell forever, but it's not working like that. I promise you. I have done a lot of OBs in my life, out of body experience. I'm not so old, you know. I'm only 43 years old, but God have given me this blessing to see much more and understand much more in the ordinary person, and have a lot of experience. I have read a lot of history. I have seen even pre-flood history with my own eyes in that area where I come from. I have seen giant footprints that are maybe 10 times bigger than mine, and stuff like that. I know that this fight between good and evil are very old, and it's multidimensional. And like I said, I heard that something are pulling the gravity of Earth and our atmosphere now. It's becoming thinner. Some people say it's because the sun flares, and but I know actually that there's something else. What is closing is getting closer to Earth, and that thing is pulling our atmosphere, you know. And they even come out with, they said this is a big comet, a big rock who are closing into Earth, and it maybe hit Earth, and that's the thing who are pulling our atmosphere and our gravity. But it's not that either. I'm telling you guys, we are being watched by angels, the watchers, whatever you want to call it. And I think that's the thing that are closing in now, because the elites know it too, and that's why they are so desperate. They want to hide it. They want to make so much headache and havoc they can, so people don't see what's happening and what's going on. But I'm sure that they cannot hide it when time comes. We are closing to the end time, but it's not like so dramatic that some of my brothers and sisters think. It's not gonna happen over one night or 1 week. We are talking more months and years, you know. But definitely we are closing into some new era in our life, when lies and bad stuff will not cannot exist anymore in this planet, and that bad forces are trying desperately to hang on to it, but they are doomed, you know. They are trying to scare us, lock us in our homes, and come up with other different stuff to keep us in this fear mode, you know, the whole planet in this fear mode, because when we're in the fear mode we cannot see the picture clear, you know. They are trying to hold us there, but they cannot do it, because help is around the corner, like I said, and a lot of bad things will happen soon in the coming months and years. But it will, like I said, like I said before, like when something bad happened, God and universe use it to his own privilege, you know, and it turned out to be something good that help people to wake up, help people to see clearer, and help people to come closer to each other and understand and get the whole picture, you know. And we're gonna see soon war in Middle East, Iran and Russia, and Iraq, Syria, and I even heard China are pulling troops together. China has been taking a couple of islands now, when nobody can really see what's going on. I mean, those countries are using this timing now too for their own privilege, you know, to do something, gain more power. But the real power is for God, you know. Nobody can gain no power if God don't want it, and nobody can hide from wrath of God. It doesn't matter how big your bomb shelter is or how big it is, and nobody can hide from this. That's gonna happen soon. And like I said, I have sometime seen some stuff that I cannot really tell you guys, because I don't want to like confuse you, and there's a lot of people out there who are thinking that they are somebody or something. I'm not like that, you know. I'm just saying that be happy and trust in God, and don't worry about nothing, and be real to yourself, be real to those ones who deserve it. And if somebody laugh at you or making fool of you, don't be angry, don't be mad, just go another way, you know, and God will put somebody else on your way who deserves to be around you, you know. You don't have to stand up for these guys who don't deserve you, and you don't need any bomb shelter. You're gonna see even if they try to vaccinate everybody, it's gonna turn up to something good for us people, for us believers, and it's not gonna be like they planned, because this is how God works, you know. If he, like they say, God work in mysterious ways, because if he work in other ways, everybody then will know what they should do, and it will be not fair, you know. God wants us to seek, God wants us to get tested and stay the same through all the tests, you know. Don't lose character. Of course, even me, sometimes I get angry, you know, but I never lose character. I never try to convince myself that God doesn't exist or something like that. You know, some people, with our small brain, we don't understand everything, we don't see everything with our eyes. I mean, if you go in a room during the daytime, you know what's in there, you see everything. But if you go there when it's dark, you don't see nothing. That doesn't mean that there is nothing there. You know what you have in this room, you know. That's the same thing with our eyes. We don't see everything. I mean, if you have night vision and ultraviolet vision in your eye, you will see much more, and you will start think in different ways. But This is not how God wanted. He wants us to believe before he show us, you know. He don't want to show us, but first, because if you show everybody something, then everybody will believe. Then you don't know who is the real believer, you know. So you must first believe, and like I said in my previous video, this thing we call our mind, it's easily confused by bad forces. We should use this when we want to solve some problems, you know, but not use it, like for example, use it to build the airplane or build something we need. But everything else you should listen with your heart, because your heart cannot be fooled. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. If sometime you got a feeling here that that things you said that you did was wrong or right, and just believe in it and trust it, you know. This thing cannot be fooled. Only this can be fooled, you know. So be careful, think twice, and don't judge anybody because they are believing other religions or other stuff. Know that we are all created by same God, and God doesn't create evil. We only choose to do evil stuff, evil act. And like I say, when you know the real truth and seek the real truth, your free will doesn't exist anymore, because it's only one way, the way of God, who will exist for you then. And the thing about free will not exist anymore, you know. I mean, what is free will? After all, if you see deep, free will is two choices between bad and good. And if you know real stuff between bad and good, real difference, I mean, if you know that if you go off the roof, you fall down, you get hurt, then you will not do that. You don't have this choice anymore. I think you understand what I mean. And we are seeing a lot of things happening around the world. We are being tested, my brothers and sisters, and don't lose your faith, and don't believe that people can hide from this, or when they are sitting there, the shadow government, the evil forces, when they are sitting and try to come up with plan how to scare us, how to fool us, it will not work at the end, because like I said, everything is a test, and God doesn't create evil, and nobody will burn in hell and lose their soul, because this is not how God and love works. And of course we will regret it later on when we exist in other dimensions and understand differently. But here in this body, in this brain, we don't understand. We just have to trust our heart, you know, and trust something bigger. And that's all for this time, my brothers and sisters. I love you all. God bless you. I pray for you and your loved ones. And I know we will make through this together. And we will, like our previous history, look what happened. Humanity survived, good survived. It was many evil people before, like long time ago, the evil kings, the evil people, they tried to do this before, but love and light win always. Look at, if we don't have to go back so much, look Hitler. If you look at Hitler, he almost take all the world, and what happened? Love and light win. And this how it will end this time too. I mean, yes guys, thank you for listening. My next video, I'm gonna try to see a little bit more what's going around the world, and update you guys. Until then, stay safe and stay focused. I love you all. Peace.